So my Beachbody journey started about 2.5 years ago. You saw my sister up here. And I will be the first to admit, I was the most skeptical person of Beachbody. I'm getting my master's in science, so I'm that annoying challenger that researches and tries to figure out the loophole, what's wrong, like what about Beachbody is so much better than all the other companies. And she tried to get me to coach for a year. So even sister, our dad suffered a widowmaker heart attack, which you've probably not heard of, but it's one of the worst heart attacks you can have. He is doing great. He had a 10% survival rate. And so even though I had genetics against me, and I was a Michigan State drinker, in more or less words, and I was suffering from a small acute eating disorder that was an exercise-induced eating disorder. So I was one of those people that would count all my calories over and over and over, go to the gym, I would burn those calories, and then I would do it all over again. So whether it was a banana that was 100 calories, I would track it, and I was just aimlessly obsessing over it. So when Jamie was approaching me about Beachbody, I was just like, no, that's just another thing that I don't need to deal with, and that I don't want to. My whole life, I was that weird kid that knew exactly what she wanted to do when I was 12. So that was being a dentist. Weird, right? I knew that I was going to be a dentist my whole life. So even in like 5th grade, we had a fake mock interview, and I was an orthodontist. And that was just my whole life. Everyone knew that. All my friends still know that. It's still dental school, dental school, dental school. And if you guys have never applied to medical school or dental school or optometry school or anything that was professional, it's really hard to get into. There's about 2,000 people that apply for about 80 to 100 spots, and it's increasing. So I was in college, drinking, and I wasn't really focusing on school. And so before I signed up to Beachbody, I had applied to dental school, didn't get in. And then I was told, you need dental experience. So I went to dental assisting school. So that was when I found Beachbody. So I was building my dental resume to go to dental school, and I was becoming a Beachbody coach. Didn't really know what that meant, but I wanted her to stop asking me about it. She knows. But I started doing the programs, and I started posting on Instagram every single day. I did not miss a day in the last 2.5 years posting on Instagram. So even though I knew what I wanted to do, I wanted this to be a really good backup. Or I really wanted to start figuring out not to obsess over the scale. So I went to dental assisting school, did really great, applied again, didn't get in. And that was really hard because if you're a perfectionist like me, or you're very much, I think we're all kind of our own worst critic. And I knew that my whole life that was what I was going to do, and I wasn't getting it. I wasn't given that opportunity. And I was just like, gosh, what do I do? And Jamie told me, work on Beachbody. Work on Beachbody until you get into dental school. So they told me the second time I got denied, go get a master's degree. Oh, okay, I'll just go get a master's degree. So I went, and I'm going to Grand Valley. I'm getting my master's in health science, and I'm 6 months away from graduating. And I get my denial from dental school for the 3rd time. And don't get me wrong, my grades are not bad. I have more dental experience than any 25-year-old my age. But they want the 4.0 student. So once again, what do I do? What do I do when someone tells me that everything I was supposed to do since I was 12 is not right? But here's Beachbody, and it's growing, and it's growing. And mind you, during the second time of getting denied at dental school, I had 2 awesome diamond coaches on the same strong leg. So if you don't know, I was at 1-star, and I was like, oh, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Well, a couple months later, one quit. Went from diamond to quitting. The other one didn't want to pursue the business anymore. Back to 0. So here I am, not knowing what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go. And so I'm getting my master's, trying to figure out this. And then I start realizing I'm posting every day. I'm showing up every day. And Beachbody became my outlet from what I was supposed to do. And I became being able to be my own best critic instead of my worst critic. And I got to work on what I was struggling with. And I enjoyed that for the first time of being told no. Beachbody won't tell you no. Beachbody will always tell you yes. And you have that opportunity to use that to blow your business up, to blow your team up. But it's up to you to really figure that out. So if you in your gut think, I could do this full time, but I have a full-time job, or I'm supposed to go to school, or I'm supposed to be a mom, or I'm supposed to do this or that. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. If you love Beachbody, make this your full-time income. Because my entire life was built around dental school and being a dentist, and that was what I wanted to do. This was my backup. And now, obviously I have it still waiting at a school, but I don't care. I don't want to go to dental school anymore because I found something that I can continually grow and I can continually learn. And it's kind of still like healthcare. You're still helping people and you're still growing and learning, and you don't have a cap. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to go do this. You get to choose. And so basically I just want to tell you guys, like, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to do this, just show up every day. Don't miss a day. Whether you're sick, I was out of the country, I still had my best friend post for me. Show up every day. And this can be your forever. This can be your full-time job. Don't feel stuck. But you have to show up every day. Otherwise, you're not going to get the choice. If I didn't show up every day for 2.5 years, even though I didn't really know what I was doing, I was still showing up. But if I wouldn't have done that, and if this last dental school denies me, what would I do? But this is something I love. You love helping people. You're obviously